viewers, and welcome back. Today I want to take a look at removing the camshaft, which is on this side. Can't see it right there. But first we got to take the push rods out because this is a push rod engine, so kind of a nifty little design. We're going to start by removing, I'll just show you the one side, the other side is going to work exactly the same. Please make sure you don't mix and match the pieces. So we'll go ahead and start by taking the cover off, and then we'll back the lash adjusters out, and we should be able to pull the push rods, and at that point we'll do that on the other side and the camshaft should come out. The lifters will fall out too. Let's not confuse them between sides. So we'll probably just tip the engine on its back when we do that. Let's make it happen. Kind of want to take that off, but it'll be okay. Next up, I'm going to find probably a 9mm. I have taken the liberty of making sure that the piston is at top dead center of the compression stroke on the appropriate side so that we actually will get some valve lash. So once we get the tension off of it, I think we should be able to pull the camshaft out. Okay, so now that things are sufficiently loose, we can go ahead and pull the pins. Yes, they are held in by the valve cover. And then we should be able to remove the rocker arm and the push rod. So you can kind of feel it clip into a lifter in the cam, so we're going to have to be aware of that. And then I'm just going to go ahead and put this back on so we don't confuse anybody. It is always good practice to put these pieces back where they came from. So we'll set those in their correct order. Oops, drop pieces inside the motor. While we're at it, also going to remove the spark plugs. This takes a ZFR5F. Boy. The reason I'm pulling the plugs is we have to turn this engine over a little bit. She is fighting me with all her sharp edges. Anyway, such that we can remove the tension off the lifters, or rocker arms rather. And at that point, we should be able to, give me a little pair of pliers. Just rotate these ever so slightly. Might not have this, might be during a valve overlap is actually probably where this thing is chilling currently. But that's okay. Just back these off a little bit. No big deal. And then at that point, again, we should be able to pull these pins. They are the same rocker arm, it looks like, so I suppose it's probably not the end of the world. If you're going to adjust them, we should keep the same push rods, the same lifters in the same direction, and all of that other standard good practice stuff. But being it's a new engine, not too terribly worried about it. If we are reusing the old stuff, it's definitely something to keep in mind. Okay, what you're going to do now is, just because this thing's all covered in oil, but you see this little triangle. You're going to line it up with the timing mark on the crankshaft, which is here. It's very difficult to see. This one isn't stamped very well. So when that's done, as you can see, we got to go a little more. Okay, should be able to pull the camshaft straight out. Oh, look at that quality. Look at that compression release. All mechanical, all steel, no plastic parts whatsoever. All steel lobes on the camshaft. Oh, that's kind of neat. If you check out the rocker or the lifters, they are steel as well, and they all ride on a shaft held in with probably an M6 bolt. That's kind of neat. I've never seen that arrangement. So if you're having some difficulty getting your camshaft out, you know, for whatever reason, you could probably just turn the engine upside down and these guys should fall back. You absolutely must take your push rods out though to give it enough clearance. That's kind of a neat setup. I like that. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the rockers out just to keep them from, well, because we can. Okay, there's that guy. And I think you got to stick your finger up in the back so they all come out as one. Looks like there's a little spring behind them to even take the lash and the wobble. And then there's a snap ring. Well, that's kind of cool. There's a snap ring that holds everybody together. So you can see the little pocket that the push rods go into. So we'll just take this out and we will set it aside. Looks like there's a dowel pin. It's going to stay in the case. Well, there you got it, folks. That is removing the camshaft, the push rods, rocker arms, all of that good stuff. I might just pull those out, set them aside for later. There is another procedure for setting the lash on those valves. So Honda does not put it in the manual anymore. They used to in their older engines. They do in the GCV series engine, I believe. I don't know, I got service manual for that one, but I might have to pick up the manual for this one if we have troubles with it. Anyway, that is what you need to do to get that camshaft out. The next thing that I am going to do is I'm going to pull out the low oil shutdown. It's literally just 2 bolts. Super easy. You can actually service this, surprise, unlike the other GX engines out there. You can actually service this from outside the engine block, which is really cool. The other ones, you got to pull the back cover to make that happen. But that being said, the other ones have a green gasket instead of this RTV stuff on them. So anyway, that is what I know. Thanks for watching.